Hi guys, welcome to Lisa Loves. Today I am doing a video entry for a competition for a channel that I subscribe to called The Last Shoegazer. I will pop a link in the description if you want to go and have a look at what the competition is about. And the guy that runs the channel actually gives an example of what he wants us to do. It's basically 5 movies that are guilty pleasures. Now, you don't have to be embarrassed about the movie as such. I'm one of these people. I'm a super nerd anyway, so I don't really get embarrassed about things I watch. I don't really have guilty pleasures as such, but watching the entry that Last Shoegazer did, it's sort of like, excuse me, yes, the virus is still there. It sort of showed me another way to look at it. So maybe things that other people might raise an eyebrow at and think, what on earth are you watching? You know, something like that. But if you want to enter the competition, you have to be a subscriber. So if you could pop over and give The Last Shoegazer some love and subscribe to the channel, and you can find out everything about what's involved and what the prize is. So I have got 5 here. I don't know how this is. I'm going to have a drink. I don't know how this is going to go because I can't seem to string a sentence together today. So, 5 movies. Guilty pleasures. Not so much guilty pleasures, but ones that other people maybe raise eyebrows at. Which one will we go with first? Right. I mentioned this when I was doing video updates of my shelves. Video shelves. DVD shelves. Number 1, All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise. I love this movie. I saw this movie when I was really young. What year did this come out in? No, that's not right. It's not 2003. Oh, Lisa. 2003 is what, 15 years? No, it's much longer ago than that. I'll have a look online and pop it up in the description. I'm still having a look and I still can't see. This is a movie with a very, very young Tom Cruise. Nope, still not in here. It's really annoying. It just says 2003 everywhere. I fail to accept that this was made in 2003. So Tom Cruise is a very young American football player from a dead-end town in a dead-end job and wanting out of the town to make something of himself. It's one of those movies from that era of sort of Breakfast Club, Flatliners, Lost Boys, you know, that sort of like movies we all watched as teenagers, and this is one for me. And this is the reason I've put this in Guilty Pleasures. This DVD, I think it was video at the time, this movie got rewinded and paused quite a number of occasions when I watched it. I had a massive crush on Tom Cruise as a teenager, and there's a full frontal scene in this, guys. That pause button, I'm surprised it didn't wear out. So yeah, that's my number 1 guilty pleasure. Number 2, I've chosen this movie because it offended an awful lot of people. Right, I'll show you what it is first. Borat. When I went to see this at the cinema, I laughed until I cried. I know it's a very, some people are going to just hate it. I think you either hate it or you really like it. I don't like any of the other imaginings of Sacha Baron Cohen. I don't like, they did one about a hairdresser, Bruno, I think it might have been called, and the Ali G one and all that. I'm not a fan, but this just made me roar. It's just completely irreverent. It doesn't help that my husband does a really good impression of Borat and repeats the script to me on a regular basis and just makes me laugh. But yeah, this really, really, really makes me laugh. The scene quite near the start where there's a wrestling match in the middle of a conference. I'm not going to say what if you haven't seen it. But yeah, makes me roar. Right, next one. This is actually, it's cheating a little bit. There is 72 titles in this. This is a collection of video nasties. These are like, oh, should I read out rather than try and describe to you what it is? A shameful era in British film history laid bare for the first time, revealing every gory detail and disgraceful lie. So this is 72 films that fell foul of the Director of Public Prosecutions and were banned for quite some time. I watched all of these and reviewed them for a site a number of years ago. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad, but I just like the fact that the DVD's going to fall on the ground. I just like the fact that I've got them all together in a little collection. So they're on there, and then you've got just loads of stuff. Loads of like postcards and things on there. But yeah. A lot of people that watch this, and Last Shoegazer himself is a horror fan and he will totally get this. Horror fans understand each other watching these kind of movies, and they realise we're not all sick, depraved, in need of psychiatric help people. A lot of people I know, especially with me being a girl, and I know my best friend Kelly, excuse me, she's a horror fan also, and people do tend to look at you a bit oddly if you're a girl, a woman, and watch horror, especially quite, not very tame horror, whatever the word is, quite hardcore horror. Hardcore's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. People think there must be something warped with your minds to watch things with people being tortured, or you know, like Saw, or like Hostel, or things like that. So that's why I've put video nasties in there, because people are going to think, why on earth would you want to watch something that's so horrid it was banned? Just because I like horror. Right. Fourthly, I am not in any way embarrassed or ashamed of this. Martyrs, absolutely amazing French horror movie. If you have not seen this, and I very much doubt anyone won't have seen this, that likes their horror, this is fantastic. This is quite disturbing, quite brutal, really, really good, really insightful. I don't really think anything like it has been done before. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Again, it's the sort of film you wouldn't really admit to some people that you would know, like maybe work colleagues or parents or things, that you've watched this and that you liked it, because people honestly think there's something mentally wrong with you. So yeah, Martyrs. Lastly, this is a bit of a cheat because this isn't a movie. I picked this off my shelves because it is a bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. I am not a very girly girl. I like horror, I don't like pop music, I like alternative rock, metal music. I'm not a pink and fluffy type of person. I hate soap operas. I don't know what you have in America that's the equivalent, but we've got things like Geordie Shore and The Only Way Is Essex, and just reality TV about dickheads, for want of a better word, pardon my language. But this is unashamedly girly, and it's one of the few things that's extremely girly that I really do like, and it is this. I shouldn't even hold this. The proof of me holding this thing on is embarrassing enough in itself. I love this series. This is the full collection. The movies were a bit naff. The first one was okay. The rest were shocking. But yeah, I just love following the story of all the girls. I'm not going to go into detail because I'm sure people don't care. But if you do watch it, I identify most with Miranda. I think I'm quite like her. So yeah, I think every woman identifies with one. With all women wanting to be the Carrie Bradshaw, you know, but no, I think I'm more Miranda. So yeah, that is my entry into my top 5 embarrassing, guilty pleasures. So yeah, we've got Borat, Sex and the City, Video Nasties, Martyrs, and All the Right Moves. So I will conclude this video. All the information you need to know will be below, and good luck for everyone else. I'm really interested to see all of your answers. If you do it, pop a little comment below, because I'd love to see your answers. And it's over and out from Lisa Loves.